Just wanted to talk about why the changes to the champion update schedule didn't cause any kind of hype for me. I didn't even make a video on it originally because I just didn't think it was that important. It's neat, it's cool, but it's just not exciting to me based on how I view the updates. But I was talking to my friend Apathetic God, shout out to you if you're watching, and I gave a little blurb on why I think this way, and I thought, hey, let me pass it around and see if there are other people who agree. So the thing is, they were doing a 442 update, and they are changing it now to a 3 update per month. They're going to do 1 overhaul and 2 moderate/value only updates. Essentially, we get a little less info here. So we can't expect overhauls every month, which is neat. And this is changing from the 4.4, which was 2 value only, 2 moderates, and then 2 overhauls. So we are getting more overhauls, but we're getting less overall buffs in general in the same 3-month period. Because they felt like more champions needed overhauls. And that bit of information is neat. I think that's really awesome that they're saying they recognize that as they're buffing these champions and with the expectations of the players, that they need to do more per champion for the buffs, and that they'll update how they change the cadence of the schedule, because they say it like 6 times, in the future. And all of that is great info from a understanding of the game and the scheduling of the game. I think that's really cool. But to me, even the overhauls, just it doesn't spike excitement for me. I don't get hyped when people are like, blank champion is getting a buff. Like, I know a whole bunch of people, when Tarax was scheduled for the buff, were like, aren't you hyped, Jay? You have a SIG 200 5 stars, rank 5 Tarax. And I was like, it's cool, it's neat, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not excited, because the reality is that until we see the buff, we have no idea of whether it's going to be a hit or a miss. We see amazing buffs like Magneto, and then we see just like relevancy changes like Tarax. Like, Tarax didn't suddenly become one of the best cosmics into the game. He didn't suddenly become so great people want to use him. The reality is Tarax became usable. For me, he's kind of usable for the cosmic chapter because he does build up a lot of armor breaks. He synergizes well with that, but we don't always know we're going to have that. The armor breaks became more reliable, so the utility is there. The overall damage makes him usable, and he gets through arena pretty decently for me. But beyond that, he does exactly the same thing he did before the buff. He sits on defense. I don't use him elsewhere. I used him for 1 month just to meme it, and after that 1 month, I don't use him because he's easily replaced by the rest of my cosmic roster. Even at SIG 200, I'm just not impressed. And that's how I feel about these buffs. Whether it's 442 or 33 or 88, I don't care. Because until I see the numbers, until I see the champion in game, all it is hype. Now, I'm not trying to beat down on it. I love that they're doing this. I'm really excited. And if you're into hype and you like getting excited, love it, soup it up. But to me, I only care about the results here. I care when I see a champion is insane, when I see a champion has utility, like even Civil Warrior, who got kind of like, in my opinion, a less than stellar buff, hits some solid utility now. He really does. He, at the very least, he is now an option for the 6.1 buffed up Symbiote Supreme. He makes a really good counter to that specific fight. And if that alone is a reason to rank 3 him, solid. I like it. But otherwise, I'm not impressed. So that's how I feel about it. For me, it doesn't matter how many buffs they're doing, who they're buffing. They could tell us who in advance, and I don't get excited until I see it. Because honestly, we all know and we've all seen it. What matters is how it is once it's live and how it interacts with the rest of the game. So those are my thoughts. Let me know if you disagree. I'm always up for that civil debate in the comments. But as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.